We're live. Talking weird baby names. Real weird baby names. Some strange stuff. Is it good to be unique or should you be more traditional? What do you think?
You got to consider what you're putting your children through. That's key.
What are you putting your children through?
They're the ones that have to grow up with that name.
Are they going to get made fun of their whole life because of their name?
Exactly.
Are they going to get made fun of because they have a boring name? Yeah, good morning to you once again. It's Colorado's Cat Country, 95.1. Wendy and Mason in the morning, broadcasting live on the radio, on Facebook, on YouTube, all at once. If you want to see inside the studio, pull us up. Facebook.com/CatCountry951. Search for Wendy and Mason in the morning on YouTube. You'll be able to find us there. And today we're talking about baby names. Found an interesting list. The weirdest baby names of the last 12 months.
Oh, so just in the last year this has happened.
Yeah, these are the popular names, if you want to call them popular. They're not exactly popular, but they are official.
You mean common?
They're not. What do you mean?
Well, popular is one thing, common is another.
No, I'm saying they're not popular.
They're not popular.
They're not common either.
Okay.
They're very uncommon. But basically, there's enough people named these things that they made the list. So they're at least popular enough for more than one child to be named these things.
Okay. Now, I'm familiar with the Absida. Have you heard of Absida? That's a name. A-B-C-D-E.
Yeah.
Yeah, Absida.
Yeah.
Come on now, people. Do y'all know what you're doing to your kids?
Yeah, you don't think that's a good name?
I do not think that's a good name.
You don't think you would name your child that, or anybody should?
I would not name my child Absida. No offense to any Absidas out there, but I'd be mad at my mom and dad if they did that to me. Oh, how hard was that, A-B-C-D-E?
That's easy to spell.
Oh, yeah, you can't go wrong as long as you can get through the alphabet.
Good morning, Clint on Facebook. Good morning, Share on Facebook. Give us a like, give us a comment. Tell us what you're doing this morning. Tell us what you think of these names. And if you know another name that's not on this list that you're like, wow, somebody named their kid that? It's interesting. So these are all official. They've all come from the Social Security Administration's list of baby names in last year. And we found ones that were strange, to say the least. People naming their kids after states. That's what Brooke says.
All right.
Brooke says people naming their kids after states like Utah,
Montana,
Texas,
Virginia.
A lot of these are actually
to Virginias.
Virginias. There's lots of Virginias.
I like that name.
I don't think they're named after the state though, right?
No, most likely not.
Probably just named after
One of
the
the
grandma.
greatest actresses was named Florida back in, what was she on? Good Times, I think it was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like the name Florida.
Well, those state names, good mentioning right there, because on the boys list, you've got a few, at least two that I think I see here.
Okay.
Texas and Utah.
Why would you name your child Texas? No, I mean Texas. Texas is okay.
Texas kind of cool.
It's
you
a
go
great
Tex,
nickname.
right?
Tex, yeah.
Tex.
Or S, whatever you want.
Utah's a little different, right?
Utah.
Why would you name your kid Utah?
I would call him Utah all the time.
Utah.
From the Wild Wild West, remember that? Utah.
Utah. Yeah, you can't just make stuff up. I don't know.
That doesn't take much imagination. What did they do? Just circle a map and then shut their eyes and point, and whatever state their finger landed on, that was the name.
Well, I remember a girl that was one of my massage therapists back when I was running gyms. Her name was Cheyenne, and she told me that she was named Cheyenne because that's where she was
born?
conceived.
Yeah, Cheyenne's a pretty name, though.
Yeah.
I'm not saying any of these names aren't. It's just I wouldn't. Absida still bothers me. Gonna keep going back to that one.
Yeah. Should we continue with the boys' names, though?
Yes.
All right, we have Texas and Utah.
Okay.
We also have Daytona, which I'm assuming that might be another one. You like Daytona?
I like because you can go by Dayton, Day, Tony. I mean, there's a lot of nicknames you can pull from that one.
Yeah. Sandy says her daughter's Kellyanne. I like that. A lot of names like that, like the two names down in the South. There was tons of those. Barley. How about Barley? That's on the list here. B-A-R-L-E-Y.
This is my son Barley and my daughter Hops.
Probably a heavy drinker, maybe. Barley.
They're microbrewers.
I think I know a couple dogs named Barley, now that I think about it. Dogs and people, should they share names?
Well, it's what happens. People do.
Yeah.
I know a lot of Georges and dogs.
Yeah. Got a good one here on the list. Dragon.
You can call me Dragon, but
Dragon.
you gotta call me Nighthawk.
That seems like a silly nickname that someone would call themselves, right?
Yeah, it's
but
straight out of Step Brothers.
Yeah, but this is real. Their name is really Dragon. Official.
I'm not hating that one. I don't know.
You like
That's
it.
Okay. What's your name?
You like it.
Dragon. But all the jokes that come from that.
I got, yeah, I got a cool one. I like this. I'm a guitar player. I've been playing guitar since I was like 7.
Mm-hmm.
Fender.
I know a friend who named their son Gibson.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Gibson, that's a good name though.
Gibson's a great name.
That sounds normal.
And it is after the Gibson guitars.
Shiloh Marie. Shiloh
That's
Marie
pretty.
says Shiloh Marie. So the two
Shiloh
names.
Marie, that's pretty Shiloh. I've always loved the name Shiloh.
Shiloh, are you from the South?
I loved
With
it
the
when
double names?
Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie named their daughter Shiloh.
Yeah.
She's so pretty. She's
That one-
just like her mom.
That one was from Facebook, by the way.
Okay.
Shiloh Marie, telling her own name. Clever? Or is it
Named
Cleaver?
Clever?
Is it Clever or Cleaver?
Oh, I hope it's clever, not Cleaver. Oh my
Clever. I know it's clever, but is that how you pronounce it?
Clever? Clever?
Yeah.
That's clever.
Shiloh Marie says her family is from the South. So yeah,
Yeah.
the two names. A lot of two names for a first name. But Cleaver or Clever?
Clever. It's,
You like
how is
clever?
it spelled again?
Clever.
Clever. It's clever.
But still, it
Or
seems
it
like
could be
Cleaver would be a
Clever
good
if
name.
you want to give it a little French twist.
Yeah,
Clever.
yeah. Cotton.
Oh, and you know what? I like the name Cotton.
You like cotton?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What about Chaos?
Oh.
Would you want to name
I
your
would
little
name
boy
a cat or a dog
Chaos?
Chaos, especially like a little Chihuahua.
What is your kid gonna be? If you name your
Chaotic.
kid Chaos,
Mhm.
I mean that's setting him up for you up
Chaos.
for a horrible time being a parent. I think. Rooster?
I like the name Rooster. Rooster Cogburn, one of the greatest movies ever.
Well,
Mhm.
I'm thinking maybe they named him Rooster after Top Gun. Do you
There
think?
Oh, that's
Do you remember
not a bad
Rooster
thing.
in the new Top Gun?
A friend of mine had a really awesome Australian Shepherd named Rooster.
Yeah. Michelle says she knows a boy named Nevada.
Oh, that's okay.
Do you like Nevada?
I like Nevada.
Nevada, not too bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
What I like most about the names here in the United States is there are a lot of Native American names. So
Yeah.
they're beautiful and spiritual, and sometimes they mean things more than what we know. They may sound weird to us in the English language, but
Yeah.
the tongues of the Native Americans all mean something. It's beautiful.
Okay, got another one that I don't think would be wise. Ruckus.
Chaos and Ruckus. These are my kids.
Chaos and Ruckus. Can you
Those are
imagine?
nicknames you give them. You give them a normal
These
name,
are
and then
not
you call them
nicknames.
Chaos and Ruckus.
Yeah, if
And
you're
then
just
they-
tuned in, these are not nicknames. These are from the Social Security Administration.
Ruckus.
And the thing is, it has to be at least more than one kid named that. So it's not just one oddball.
So there's a lot of ruckus
There's
going
multiple
on.
ruckuses. There's multiple chaoses out there in
Aw.
America now.
Oh my goodness.
How about this one? Crash.
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 Is he gonna be a race car driver?
Yeah. Brooke says there's a rooster in the ranch too. The show Ranch.
Oh,
The ranch.
Okay.
How about this? Forbes.
Forbes.
Yeah, Forbes.
Setting him up for success.
Yeah. Into Forbes 500.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be a
I
millionaire.
like Forbes. That's
Forbes?
kind of cool, actually.
Gotta have a good last name to go with it, though. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Good, solid last name.
What
I
would be a
think.
good last name to go with Forbes?
Ah,
Forbes, Bezos.
Forbes Edwards.
Forbes
You know what I mean?
Edwards.
Just something serious. No messing around with Forbes. Lancelot. How about that? That's on the
That's
list.
not bad.
You like
I
Lancelot?
like Lancelot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's straight out of a book. Yeah.
And once again, just an odd one. These are more than one people named this. Awesome.
Awesome.
That's the name.
My child's name is Awesome.
Awesome.
Wow.
Spelled like awesome. The normal awesome. Do you like it?
Mm.
Well, those are the boys' names. I think we'll come back and we'll do the girls' names. We'll see if they're any better or they're worse. So stick with us talking baby names, the weirdest baby names of last year.
Did you see what Jen said? She has a great niece named Independence.
And
they call her Indy.
Yeah, look at that.
7-person Paris hot tub with built-in speakers.
Independence. They call her Indy. I like that. Indiana Jones, Indy, Independence. Jessica says Gunner. I used to have a dog named
I
Gunner.
have friends named Gunner. I like that name.
I like Gunner. I like Gunner.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think of those boys' names? Would you name them? Would
It's
you name?
Awesome.
Would you name any of them?
Yeah, there's
If
a
you're having a
couple I
boy?
would, but Awesome isn't one of them.
Barley,
Hmm?
Barley, Dragon, Texas, Utah, Daytona, Fender, Clever, Cotton, Rooster, Chaos, Ruckus, Crash, Forbes, Lancelot, and Awesome. Some of the weirdest names of the last year. Which one would you go with? If you were just picking one out of that, what's the best name?
You asking me or you asking
Yeah.
him?
Whoever. Y'all.
Yeah.
Wendy.
Who? Well, out of those names, I don't know. Crash is kind of a fun nickname, not one I would name my child, my son. I like Forbes. Forbes keeps sticking out.
Yeah.
I like Lancelot. I like Rooster. I like Rooster a lot, actually.
Yeah. Rooster.
Just call him
Rooster.
Roo. It's a Roo.
Yeah. I wonder if that came up because of Top Gun though, because that the other kid, the
Yeah, but
main.
if they're John Wayne fans, that's where it comes from too.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
You think last year you had a bunch of John Wayne fans?
Well, you never know the people that are naming their children these.
Sure says Denver.
Yes.
I think Denver's a pretty good name. What was that? What was that movie with Tim McGraw? Wasn't his name Denver or something like that? It was like Four Christmases or something like that.
Let's Google it.
Do you remember that movie? They were named, I think it was Denver. I think his name was Denver. Tim McGraw in Four Christmases, maybe? I can't remember.
It's not Country Strong, is it?
Mm-mm.
It wasn't.
It was like a Christmas movie. And they were all named that. It's got Vince Vaughn, Tim McGraw, they were brothers. And
Four Christmases. Yep.
was it Denver?
It was Dallas.
Dallas?
His name was Dallas.
What was their brother's name?
Let me see. Brad, Kate was Reese Witherspoon.
But his
Brad
name,
was Vince Vaughn.
he wasn't really Brad. His name was something else.
No, Vince Vaughn was Brad.
No,
Dallas,
like I know that was his name, but that wasn't his real name. He changed it because it was another silly name like Dallas. Not that Dallas is a silly name.
Dallas is not a silly name. My very, very first crush is named Dallas.
Oh yeah?
Love that name.
Brianna says labor and delivery nurse. I've heard some crazy names. Many trying to change the spelling to make it unique. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure they should do that. Or maybe changing it just a little bit. Like Anthony. Changing Anthony to like Anferny in the NBA.
How you doing?
Anferny Hardaway. Strange stuff.
It's unique. Everybody's looking for that edge.
Yeah.
But you really have to consider what you're doing to those kids. They have to grow up with that name, and there are a lot of mean children out there.
Mean children.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
What did you name your daughter?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, my daughter's name is Dalen.
Dalen. Because I knew it was something different.
Yeah, it's a
unique.
character in a Star Trek episode, but Dalen is actually the name of a character in a book written by somebody way back in like the 1800s or something. So it's not a new name. It's just I chose to name my daughter Dalen, and Dalen is actually a man's name.
Interesting.
Yeah, Dalen is how it was spelled in the book, and I changed it to Dailyn. Changing up the names,
Yeah.
but I've never met another Dalen. And
I don't think I've ever heard it.
No.
So that's very unique. Do you think it's better to be unique, or do you think it's better to be traditional? In general.
Well, a little bit of both. I think unique is good, but don't overdo it to where the child is embarrassed of their name.
Yeah.
My parents gave me the name Wendy Elizabeth, so in case I didn't like Wendy, I could use Elizabeth. And in Elizabeth, there's like 40 different nicknames you can use.
Yeah. Ellie, Liz.
Yeah, we're
Beth.
totally not on our video anymore. Did you notice that?
I don't know what you mean.
The video on Facebook froze up.
We're still
I'm having
live.
trouble playing this video.
We're still live.
Let's see, where did it go?
But yeah, we'll talk girls'
Oh,
names.
there it is. It's back.
We'll talk girls' names in just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the girls' names. Someone's calling in. You want to see if they've got a funky name they want to talk about?
Sure.
Let's see. Hey, well, we got your attention out there. You guys can go over to catcountry951.com and get entered to win Dierks Bentley tickets right now. I'm just saying, go over and get entered.
Our
We'll pick
youngest
winners.
technically.
You know what? I have to pick winners like super quick. So get in there and do this. Get entered. The
Our
show's
youngest
next Tuesday and
technically-
Wednesday.
Our youngest technically has a girl's name. What's the girl's name? What's the boy's
Oh,
girl's
Ren.
name? Ren?
Ren.
I guess
I
that's
love
a
that
girl's
name.
name.
You guys did great.
I guess that's a girl's name. Technically. My wife's got a boy's name. People don't know it. Allison. Allison is historically a man's name.
Okay.
Any of them that end in son.
Well, I have a guy friend named Ashley. He's a great singer, Ashley Gill. But I don't think that that's a girl's name. When it's, you know, I like neutral names that can be used either way.
Yeah. Ambiguous.
There you go. Ooh, big word. Well, you know, Dirks is a very unique name.
Yeah.
When I first heard Dirks, I was like, "But isn't it Dirk?" And it wasn't even spelled. I've never heard Dirks before in my life. I wonder how many Dirks are out there.
I don't know. I knew a Dirk. One of my best friends
I knew a
growing
Dirk.
up.
Yeah.
One of my best friends growing up was Dirk.
My friend Kyle is married to a guy named Dirk.
Yeah.
Dirk is really cute. They're both really cute.
I think that sounds kind of like a bull rider's name. I like bull riders' names. They always sound like bull
Tough
riders.
Hedeman.
Yeah.
Tough. Now that would be a cool name. Let's bring back Tough.
They're like actually named those things too. You know, like, I don't know, Dusty. It's not Dustin or something like that. It's Dusty.
Dusty.
Like Dusty.
Yeah.
Like a bull rider named Dusty Rhodes.
Dusty
you know, it's
Bottoms.
like, yeah.
Remember that in the Three Amigos?
Yeah.
Dusty Bottoms.
Tuck, Trig,
Tug. Like
Things
Tug
like that.
McGraw. Yeah.
Rip.
Rip is
From
Rip,
Yellowstone?
I'm surprised Rip isn't as popular right now as those names that you just read off.
Yeah. I bet it's more popular. That's my guess. These are supposed to be more strange.
You know what? Dutton would be a good first name for a guy.
Yeah. Dutton was on the popular list. This is not the popular list. This is the
The
weirdo.
unique ones, yeah.
This is the weirdo list, which I'm not sure they're all that weird. Cher says Dylan.
Unique.
Dylan can be a girl or a guy's name.
Yes.
Yep. I like
And
that.
now, of course, so can, I mean, there's so many, like Kyle can be a girl's name. There's a radio personality named Kyle,
Yeah.
and she's gorgeous. So, you know, you can do whatever you want with names. All I can say is just think about what your children are going to go through when they're having to grow up with said name. I'm a big fan of the Baileys, Champ and Boss. I know those are just their nicknames, but I think that Mom did a great job because she called them Champ and Boss, and she knew those are really powerful, uplifting names, and look where they are now. Champ
Yeah.
Bailey's my favorite football player, number 24.
Big fan of Champ.
Ever, yes, always will be. And I'm not a big sports fan, so that says a lot.
Yeah. My cousin's dogs, one of them is Champ and another cousin's dog is Bailey.
I love it. I think that's great.
I think they're still alive. I'm not sure. Haven't seen them in a while. But yeah, Champ and Bailey. And another one, Lynch. Dog's named Lynch. Another Bronco.
Yeah.
Big Bronco fans. My whole family's big Bronco
Well, I have a
fans.
dog named Carl Sagan.
Carl Sagan. Do you call him Carl Sagan? Carl Sagan, come here.
On
Sit, Carl
occasion when
Sagan.
he's being a butt munch, yeah.
Which
I usually
word-
just call him Sagan or Bubba.
Sagan, you don't go with Carl?
No, I'll call him Sagan.
No.
It's funny when I tell people my dog's name is Carl Sagan and to hear them call him Carl, and I'm like, no, I call him Sagan.
Yeah. Carl Sagan.
He's a good boy.
Come here, Carl
He's the
Sagan.
goodest boy.
Such a good. Who's a good boy? Carl Sagan's a good
And then,
boy.
you know, I made the mistake of naming my little one Beetlejuice, and boy, does he live up to that one. Good Lord.
Beetlejuice. Is he ugly?
No, he's beautiful, but he's a.
Why'd you name him Beetlejuice?
I don't know. It just fit for him. And it has fit ever since. It just works.
Seems like Beetlejuice would be a dog. You're like, whoa, yeesh.
Yeah. I
That's
had
an
to
ugly dog.
Again, proof you got to be careful what you name your animals because they start to live up to it.
What are we gonna name this ugly thing?
What?
Beetlejuice?
He's not ugly though. He's the pushy knees. Remember that pushy? You
Yeah.
told me he's a pushy knees.
Yep. Looking at these girls' names. These are gonna be interesting. See what you guys think.
That's coming up here in just a minute.
Yeah, we're talking weird names. We have the weirder names from the Social Security Administration's list of baby names from last year. We're waiting for this song. Playing Dustin Lynch.
Oh
Thinking
my
about you.
goodness.
And then we'll talk girls. We went through the boys.
Well, Samantha V. Hill has one that's just blowing my mind right now. She just texted in to the 719-715-0951. She says the craziest patient name she had, and this is how it was spelled. L-A, and then a hyphen, and then A.
Lay.
L-A hyphen A. So
Lay.
you would think it would be La-A. It's LaDasha.
La dash. So she's putting a dash.
So the dash has
Like a
now
hyphen.
become an actual spoken word.
LaDasha.
Where it's not just a punctuation now, it's an actual part of the name.
Yeah.
I would be
LaDasha.
like, La, and she'd be like, it's LaDasha, and then I would be
LaDasha.
like, oh my God, what have I done?
La dasha. Yeah. Interesting.
LaDasha. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, some of these girls' names, I'm not sure if you're not setting them up to be strippers, perhaps.
That's how I felt
Just-
about Miley Cyrus when I found out her real first name was Destiny.
Yeah. We got 30 seconds, then we'll talk girls' names.
And no offense to anybody that's named these names. We're just playing, but some people need to look at their parents and go, "What were you on?" Like Ladasha.
Yeah, Wendy and Mason in the morning, still talking baby names. We went through the boys. We got a list of weird baby names. The weirdest baby names that at least 2 babies were named this in the United States last year. At least 2. So it's not just one oddball that decided to go with it. You got to have at least somebody else to corroborate your strange names. And the ones that are basically the weirder ones, we've gone through the boys, which were Barley Dragon, Texas, Daytona, Fender, Clever, Cotton Rooster, Chaos, Ruckus, Crash. Quite the names, which you can tell.
Everything you just did sound like something that just happened in the back, you know?
Yeah.
Chaos, Ruckus, Crash.
Yeah. If you want to follow us, facebook.com/catcountry951. You can find us on YouTube as well. And we're on to the girls' names,
All
which are
right.
going to be interesting. Minnow is the first one on there.
Minnow, like the
Minnow,
fish.
like the fish. What do you think?
Oh, now I can see where that one's gonna go. What up, carp?
Carp? You
What's
think they're going to
happening,
tease her?
trout?
You think she'll get
She's
teased?
gonna get teased.
Doesn't sound good, Minnow.
Minnow? No.
Minnow.
She's not. Oh,
doesn't-
baby girl.
I don't
And
know
that
if
means
it-
more than one is a minnow out there right now.
Yeah, I know a minnow is a
Let's sit
tiny
right
fish
back
and stuff like
you'll
that.
hear a tale of a faithful ship.
It doesn't sound
Yes,
very
that's
feminine
Minnow.
either.
Hmm.
It doesn't feel good to me. How about
Yeah.
this one? Banksy.
I like that because
Like the
Banksy's
artist?
an amazing artist. Banksy, that's cute. Banksy
You
for
like
a girl,
it.
that's super cute.
Banksy, named after the
Yeah.
artist. Here's one that I thought off the air. I mentioned that some of these remind me of maybe stripper names.
Oh, yeah, just gone and done it there.
Delight.
Yeah, you
Would
set
you
that
name
one
your
up.
little baby girl Delight?
Nope.
Delight. What about that?
Of course.
Gotten popular, hugely popular.
But she'll be called Catnip.
Catnip?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what Katniss got called, so I think they'd be okay with it.
Yeah.
Hunger Games character, if you don't know what we're talking about. And if you have any weird names that you'd like to tell us about, which we actually got one from the text line. Tell them about that.
Oh, this one. My goodness. Samantha V. Hill, thank you for sending this one in. She texted it in. She had a patient named, now this is how it was spelled, okay? L-A-A.
LA-A.
L-A-A. So you would say it like la if you were just reading it off of a
Yeah.
piece of paper to like say you're a nurse and you're calling them back for their appointment.
Yeah.
La, and then the person would stand up and say it's pronounced Ladasha.
Ladasha.
I'm just gonna leave it at that.
It's Ladasha. Hey,
Not
Hey,
la.
someone on Facebook, Twyla, she has a son that's going to be 21, and her name is Chaos.
Oh my
We
goodness.
were talking
and
about-
I love the name Twyla. I have always loved the name Twyla.
Twyla.
So, yes.
Twyla
Oh my goodness.
has a son named Chaos. Has he been Chaos? Do you regret naming him Chaos?
Yeah, we gotta know. What to get into? Or was he just super mellow and the complete opposite of his name?
Wouldn't that be funny?
Yes.
Wouldn't that be funny if he was just this is the most chill kid
Chaos
ever?
is actually kind of a cool name. And she spelled it
Chaos.
the right way.
Yeah.
And Twyla, I do love your name.
Yeah. Back to the girls' names though. Sparkle.
That's right out of Hunger Games too. Oh no, that was Glimmer. Sorry,
Sparkle.
not Glimmer.
Twyla says Chaos is very chill with capital letters.
See, that's
all
what I'm
caps.
saying. She names him Chaos, and it's just the complete opposite of what the word means. So
Yeah.
that's kind of cool.
But Sparkle to me, that sounds like another girl, another stripper name.
Isn't that what you sprinkle on your Popeyes? Is there
Yeah.
Cajun sparkle?
Yeah. How about this one, Menorah?
Menorah, like is in the candle you burn for
Yeah.
the Jewish holiday.
Hanukkah.
For Hanukkah.
A menorah.
I'm Jewish, by the way, so there we go. Menorah.
Menorah. Yeah.
Is it spelled Menorah?
Yeah.
M-E-N-N-O-R-A-H, Menorah?
That's it.
Good.
Name your daughter Menorah.
All right.
I don't know if that's a good one.
Well, crucifix will be next.
Pearly. How about that? Not Pearl,
Pearly?
but Pearly.
Pearl Lee.
Pearly.
It's Pearly. It's
Pearly.
P-E-R-L-Y.
Yep.
Pearly. Not two
Pearl
names
with a
like
Y.
Pearl Lee.
Nope. Pearl
Pearly.
with a Y.
Well, I don't know. I kind of like that.
You like
Pearl
it?
Lee. Yeah.
How about this one? Canary.
Oh, goodness.
No? You don't like Canary?
I like the name Lark. I like the name Wren.
Those aren't on here.
Canary?
Bethlehem. How about that? For a girl named Bethlehem.
Well, you know they're going to call her Beth.
Yeah. Or Hem.
Or La.
How about
Dasha.
Chai?
Okay. What?
Chai?
Chai, like chai tea.
Like the tea. Spelled exactly like that.
And you can see where that one's going to go.
Little baby Chai.
Mhm.
Little baby Chai.
Chai is a great name for a pet.
Yeah. Not good for a daughter?
I'm not saying it's not good. It's just, all I can say is I'm feeling these kids' futures.
2 people were at least named Chai last year.
Chai.
And then Strawberry. Do you like that?
No.
No, you don't like Strawberry?
What's up,
Once
mango?
again, it's a little
What's up,
strippery.
banana?
It's a little
What's
strippery,
up?
right?
Strawberry?
Yeah, like a red-headed stripper probably.
Oh,
named
goodness.
named Strawberry. No? Yeah? No? Finally, Cinderella. What do you think of that? Obviously, we know the name.
Absolutely not.
You wouldn't go with Cinderella? Bad name.
It's not a bad name, but
No.
here we go. Now what just popped into my head is the song from the movie, the Disney movie, Cinderella, Cinderella, and the mice
You think she
start
would get
singing at her.
teased?
I would, and a child in school, even I would go up to her and call her Cinderella.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, it's a cool nickname for Cinderella. Right?
Cinder?
Cinderella.
Cinderella.
It's nice. These are worse than the boys' names. That's what Brooke says. Worse than the boys' names. They probably are. Would you name your daughter any of those things? Minnow, Banksy, Delight, Katniss, Sparkle, Pearly, Menorah, Canary, Bethlehem, Chai, Strawberry, and Cinderella.
Nope.
Nope, not a one.
No.
Yep, there's at
My
least
goodness.
2.
What are people doing to their children?
There's at least 2 little babies named all of these names in America. Tommy, what did you say? Oakley May? I like
I have a
Oakley.
friend who named their daughter Oakley. Yeah.
I thought that would be cool. I used to have Oakley, like a thing. I loved Oakleys. I had a bunch of pairs of Oakleys.
I
So
know
I like
a lady
that
that named their daughter Rugby.
Rugby.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cool dog.
See,
name.
now here's the thing. If I were growing up with Rugby, I would call her Rugburn.
Yeah. I knew a girl.
You gotta consider, and I have a quick mind, and I'm not a mean person. So those that have quick minds and they're mean,
Yeah.
you're gonna doom your child to some Yeah, did you get a counselor when you named your child that?
Let's see what this caller wants before we finish. Oh, she hung up.
Aw, you
Thought
gotta
we
give
had
us
one.
time to answer the phone. We have thousands of things going on here.
See if she calls back real quick.
Bum, 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 as we sit here and look at the phone.
I think we're done.
You know what I like is what the girl's named Charlie. I like
Charlie?
that, and actually not Charlotte, but actually Charlie. I
Yeah.
like that.
I like when girls are named guy names. I think that's cool. Not like the ambiguous names like, I know they've changed and stuff like that, but like Taylor, I think that's a cool
Yep,
name.
yep.
Charlie.
Tyler, Taylor.
There was a
those are
TV
universal.
show. There was a TV show when I was growing up, and the dad named all of his daughters. He had like 7 daughters, and they were all given
Boys'
names. What was that called? Sisters or something like that? I don't remember.
Well,
But
it's
there was
kinda
like
better than
Alex.
what George Foreman did, and he named all his kids George.
Yeah.
That would be confusing in the household. You got to call them like number 1, number 2, number 3. What do you have? 5 of them, 6 of them? Name
Yeah.
them all George.
But like Alex, Taylor,
Mhm.
Joey
Oh, I like Joey for a girl.
for girls.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of cool. Kind of neat. But let us know if we missed a great name. Put it in the comments. Let us know. And we'll talk to you guys tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.